Hey everybody, what's going on out there? This is Z-Dog, and today I want to talk about these tree habitats. Now, there is only 3 of them, but you are able to get as many as you want, and they don't go against, well, I don't think it's as many. I think it's like 2 each, I think. But it doesn't go against the number of habitats for the park, because certain habitats have a limit of I think the max on some of them are 3, some are the max of 4, some have a max of 5, and some have the max of 6. But these right here are very, very, very interesting. So when you get one of each, there is 5, 9, 10, 11. There would be 11 actual spots for dragons to be there. Now, personally, I would say air dragons would probably look the best in there. And not just any air dragons. For myself, I have considered possibly using Rift air dragons, just because of 2 things. First thing, these are trees. They're tree habitats, just like birds would be in a tree. So that in itself. But also the type of habitat this is. This is a special habitat. And if you look at the blue tint that is around it, it is the same as specimen 4D and the other 2 specimens. Same color and everything. Now, let us take a look at this. Now, this has a maximum of 3. Sorry, then it would be 12. That doesn't sound right, does it? Yeah. So this middle one, even though you can't see one of the habitats, it has a max of 3. Blessed by Gaia herself, this tree root run deep. Its bark stronger than any tooth and claw, earth and metal. The rings of the tree are raised to be near infinite, but no one has been able to cut it to see. This habitat will not count toward your park habitat limit. So, and each one of these says the same thing. Almost. Alright. Valedrasils? Okay. Bark may be tough. That's the type of tree it is, I guess. I don't even know how to really pronounce that, guys. But it seems the fiery breath of the Ragnarok dragon can break through its magical defenses. Wizards have noticed that whenever the tree bark or roots are damaged by said fire, they regrow even bigger and stronger than before. This habitat will not count towards your park habitat limit. So there's a possibility that there could be something to maybe putting a Ragnarok dragon on there and watching something happen to the tree. You never know. That could be a curious thing to test out. Now this one holds 6, so instead of this being 5, so there would be literally 13 dragons all together. The roots of the Valedrasil are said to reach the surface. The islands and the rift simultaneously. This all seems a bit impulsive, but who are we to question the blessings of the mighty Gaia? Let's just hope there isn't some pesky dragon under there gnawing at them in secret. This habitat will not go against. So, check it out. Now, everybody should understand it's not letting air in there. But what if we took an air dragon that had one of these other qualities alongside it, right? Maybe an air plant or an air earth or an air light. Yeah? Each one of these islands are just like that. Now, they weren't cheap. That is for sure, everybody. These islands were not cheap. Or habitats were not cheap. Looks like I maxed out. So, there was only 3 that you could get. Sorry about that. I should have read that a little bit closer. 1 tree of each one. They were $2,000, $3,000, and $4,000 roses. That is quite expensive. So now I do have some curiosities. So what I want to try, because of it being a rift, I do really think that dragons with rift traits might actually look really nice. So what I want to do is I want to try this. I want to try air light. Let's see what we got here. Let's go ahead and try that. Alright, see where it's sitting? Yeah, it's sitting right there on that nest. Look at that. Isn't that nice? Now that don't look too bad. Now I do want to let you know I decided to use my trip islands for this, guys, just because it's very difficult to decide what to actually put on here. But it is a special island, however, so lining the edge up with these did make sense to me. So be sure to try to get in there and get these. There are other stuff in here, like these specimens right here. There are only 3 of those specimens. I'm going to go ahead and let's go ahead and buy that out. I want to go ahead and buy that out. This is a very unique yeah, very unique. Alright. I want to make sure. Now, you can buy a couple of them. You can buy 2 or 3 of them. It doesn't really hurt none if you got the money for it. However, they are quite expensive. So, let's go ahead and put that over here. Spread that out just a little bit. There we go. That did not do what I had in mind. There we go. Alright. But anyways, now that we have dragons on there, I think they're really cool. However, the prices are just outrageous. And I know a lot of people are having some problems with that, but try to find a nice spot and be very decorative. Now remember that this is part of the gardening. This is part of the garden event, so try to figure out some really cool designs for that, guys. Alright, well, this is Z-Dog. Until next time, please like, please subscribe, and hit that notification, and we'll get some new videos out to you soon.